it's me Carla again, and I am here to give you a very interesting video. I am very excited about this video. I tried out a bunch of products and I already know that you guys know what it is because of the description of the video, but I did an entire face of Essence makeup. Everything is Essence. My eyes, my face, everything is Essence, and I created this look that you guys see right now with everything Essence, and I have to say I am very impressed. I found a lot of things that I really like, or I should say so far I like everything, but I'm gonna do this video a little bit different. I am going to wear my makeup all day and then I'm gonna check back at the end of the video and I'm gonna let you guys know how this makeup wore. Was it good? Did it fade out? Did the eyeshadow last? I'm going to tell you everything at the end of the day. Right now it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I normally don't take off my makeup until about 9:30 that I go to the gym. So I'm going to wear it all day and we're going to see how good it lasts because this makeup is incredibly affordable. You can find Essence at Ulta and you can also get it online at essence.com. And some Targets still have Essence, but my local Target took it out. I don't know if that's happening all over the place or just my Target, but you can try and see if your Target still has some Essence things. But you can get them at Ulta and you can also get them online. So let's get started with the video. The first things that I want to share with you are not makeup related, but they are the Essence nail polish. And I got these at Ulta the other day and I have to say I'm impressed. This first one is the Essence the Gel Nail Polish, and this one was $1.99, and it's really nice. The pigment is there and it does last a few days on your hands, and I should know because I wash a lot of dishes, so this definitely lasts a few days on your nails. And I got one of their newer nail polishes that they released, and this one is the Essence Out of Space Stories, and it looks like this. It's very cute. It's like galactic, prismatic type of thing. This one was a little bit more expensive. This one was $2.99, but it's very pigmented. Like, you wouldn't think so. When I first saw it, I'm like, oh, it's probably gonna be clear going on the nails, but it's not. It's actually white. So it's really, really pretty. So if you guys see it, definitely pick it up. Okay, so now let's get started with our face makeup. That I applied to my face is the Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Primer. It says Healthy Glow Pore Minimizing Effect with Vitamin Complex and Cranberry Water, and this is what it looks like. And the primer was $5.99. I'm sorry I keep looking over here, but I have all my notes written down to all the prices, to everything, so you guys know before you shop. So yeah, this primer was $5.99, and when I first apply it, it has like a lotion consistency. It's kind of thick. It's extremely glowy. Like, as soon as you put it on your face, you definitely see the glow. The glow is there, so it's not lying when it says Healthy Glow. Pore minimizing, yes, I do kind of see that it blurred out my pores. I have large pores on my nose area and I definitely see that they are smaller, so they're right on that. It has a little bit of a smell. It has a little bit of like a clean smell, but it definitely reminds me of lotion when you put it on your face. It's a little bit thick. I like it. The only thing that I was a little bit about was the glow, because it definitely makes you look very, very shiny and very glowy. So that's the first thing that I applied. Then we moved on to foundation. And I got the Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Makeup Healthy Glow with the Vitamin Complex and Cranberry Water. So it says the same thing as the primer, but it's foundation. And I got it in the shade Fresh Honey, and it looks just like this. And this foundation, it's extremely dewy. It's very shiny on the face. When I first applied it, it goes on a little bit thick. but it's not full coverage. As you guys might be able to tell, it's not full coverage. You can still see some of my areas, some of my spots. So it's definitely not full coverage, but I mean, it's a nice like everyday foundation, you know, if you want to go to work or I'm not trying to go into the gym, but if you wear makeup to the gym, it's very lightweight. You can feel it, but when you first apply it, it's very dewy, it's very shiny, and it feels a little bit greasy, I'm not gonna lie. But as the minutes go by, it starts to feel a little less greasy and it starts to feel a little bit more powdery, but you still have that greasy feeling on your face. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna see how it wears throughout the day, if it doesn't break on me or if it doesn't fade. But if it doesn't do any of that stuff, I definitely see myself using this foundation a lot, especially for work, because it is a nice lightweight foundation. So moving on. Then I set everything with this color correcting mattifying powder, and this is what it looks like. It has a lot of colors in there. It has pink, green, and then your tan colors, and this is to mattify the face. And let me tell you, this is what saved me this morning because I looked very shiny. Now, I don't have oily skin. The only places that my face gets oily is around my nose and a little bit in between my eyebrows, but not too much. Other than that, my face is extremely dry. So that foundation looks so oily and so shiny that when I applied this, I was like, oh, thank God this saved me, because I wasn't gonna continue wearing that foundation if it looked like that, or if nothing else mattified it, because it's really shiny, so be aware of that. But once I applied this, my shine went away. It doesn't look as shiny as it did this morning. I mean, obviously I'm wearing highlighter, but on the areas where I'm not wearing highlighter, you can see that it's completely matte. And I really enjoy this powder. It's very lightweight, and yeah, it worked instantly. I was surprised. After that, I bronzed my skin, and I picked up this Sun Club matte bronzing powder, and I got it in shade number 2, Sunny. And even though it says darker skin in the bottom, I don't think that this is very pigmented. At first, when I first saw it, I picked it up because it was the only bronzer that I could find. I went to 2 different Ultas, and it was the only bronzer that they had. I know that they have a little bit more online, but at my Ultas, this is the only one they carried. And I was a little bit intimidated at first because it kind of looked a little bit orange. So I was like, oh, I don't know how it's going to look once I applied it to my face. But it's actually not that bad because it's not very pigmented. You have to build it up to kind of get the pigment that you want. But this is what it looks like. As you can tell, it is a little bit orange, but once you apply it to the skin, it looks very good. It looks like I got a tan. That's what my daughter told me this morning. It looked like I got a tan. So I appreciate that, you know, that I don't look like an Oompa Loompa, because that would be bad. But yeah, I really like this powder, and I'm going to continue to use it. Then we moved on to a little bit of concealer for under the eyes. And you know what? I haven't even been telling you prices for these things. Okay, let's go back. The foundation was $6.99. The color correcting powder was $3.99. And the bronzer was $4.99. And that's actually a pretty good price for this because it's huge. It's a huge bronzer for $4.99. That's awesome. So if it works out throughout the day and it looks good just like it does now, perfect. It'll be perfect. Okay, so moving on, I used a little bit of concealer, and the only concealer that I found, I know that online they have a concealer called the Camouflage Concealer, and that's the one that I was looking for because it looked interesting, but I couldn't find that anywhere. The only one that I found was the All I Need Concealer Palette, and this is what it looks like. I used For the most part, I use this shade right here because it's a little bit more pinkish and not so yellow. And that's what I like to use under my eyes. But it's very thick. Once you apply it, it's extremely thick, but it's very easy to blend out. And when it blends out, you can't even feel it anymore. And it doesn't really cover a lot of your dark circles. As you can still see my dark coming through. And I did another layer and it still did not conceal very well, even though it's extremely thick. But once you blend it blends out to nothing basically. So I wasn't a fan of it. I even went in with the yellow one a little bit more towards the lines here, but it still didn't do nothing. So I am not a fan of this. I have not tried these. Maybe if I would have put these first for my black circles, maybe it would have worked better. I'm not sure. I'll have to try it again. But for the most part, just these two colors, it did not work out for me. I didn't really like it. And this palette was $5.99. So I think that I can find something better for that price. So this, I did not like it at all. Moving on, after that I wanted to set the concealer, so I used this, and this is something that everybody here on YouTube raves about, and that is the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. And this is what it looks like, and this powder is $3.99, and it looks really nice. It brightened up my under eyes. I enjoyed this powder, and I probably will keep using it. It's really good. So yeah, moving on, then I put on some blush, and I use this Satin Touch blush, and this is what it looks like, and it's in the color 10 Satin Coral. It's a very pretty blush, and it's very pigmented. I went in with a heavy hand, and when I applied it, I was like, oh my gosh, this blush is a little too much. So I had to go in and kind of blend it out, but it's beautiful. You blend it out pretty easily. It's very pigmented, and this blush was only $2.99. You can't go wrong with it, and it's a pretty decent size for a blush, so I will be using it more often. I also got their sponge for foundation, and this is the Super Beauty sponge, and this is what it looks like. The packaging is extremely cute, and once you wet it, it expands, it grows. It's squishy, but at the same time it's not very soft. It's harder than the Real Technique sponge, which is the one that I like to use. I've never used a beauty blender, so I don't know, but this one is definitely a little bit tougher than the Real Technique sponge. And then you feel kind of like you're pounding on your skin, but it does the job. It works out really good. And this sponge was $4.99, and it's really good. Once you wet it, it expands, and it feels, you know, it feels soft. It feels squishy, but it's just kind of rough when you apply your foundation, but it, you know, it blends it out pretty neat. So it's not a bad sponge. I just prefer my Real Technique sponge. After that, I did my eyebrows, and for that I have two products from Essence. The first one, this video is Essence, hello. Okay, and the first thing that I used is the eyebrow designer pencil, which looks like this. It comes with a little brush at the end, and it's just your regular sharpened, you know, pencil that you have to sharpen. And I got it in the color Dark Chocolate, and they don't really have a variety of eyebrow pencils at my local Ulta, so I was very limited on the colors. It was either blonde or dark brown, and I'm obviously not a blonde, so I couldn't get that one. But this one actually worked out pretty good. It's not that pigmented. I mean, my eyebrows match my hair, so I'm good on that. It's very soft and very creamy when you apply it, but it doesn't run, so it's easy to manage. And yeah, it looks really nice. I enjoyed how my eyebrows looked. And I set them with the Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara, which looks like this. And this is already something that I had in my collection because this is what I normally wear on my eyebrows anyways. So I know that I love this product and I enjoy it a lot. So if you see it, definitely pick it up because it's really good. The next thing that I got was the I Love Color Intensifying Eyeshadow Base, and this was $3.49. This is what it looks like, and let me tell you, this is awesome. This cancels out any discoloration that you have in your eyes, any darkness coming through, any little veins popping out, anything. This cancels it. It's kind of like a skin color primer, but it has a little bit of pink in there. So that's what it looks like. And it's awesome. I'm telling you, it's awesome. It just cancels out any of the color that you have there. But it does stay a little bit wet, so it's better to set it with some kind of powder. As you're gonna see in just a minute, the eyeshadow palettes that I got didn't have mattes in them, so I needed to go in with something from my collection already. So I went in with a Too Faced matte powder that I had, and I just set that, and it was perfect. It was good to go. It was the perfect base to start your eyeshadow. So I'm gonna show you that right now. I picked up 2 eyeshadow palettes, and I saw these on Instagram a while ago, and I fell in love with them, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to order them online. And when I went to Ulta and I was walking by the Essence display, they had them, and I obviously had to grab them. So I picked up the Be Kissed by the Moon, which is this one right here, and this one has a lot of very pastel colors. This is what it looks like. It's so pretty, it's so beautiful, but it's very shimmery and very glittery. And then I also picked up the All About the Magical Forest eyeshadow palette, which is more bold colors. And this is what it looks like. And this one is the one that I mainly used on my eyes today. Now, because they don't have any matte shadows in here, I had to use the bronzer as my transition shade, but it worked out beautiful for that, so it worked out. And then what I did was that I used this purple color on my crease, and I know what you're thinking, because it, you know, has shimmer and it has glitter, it's not ideal for putting in the crease. But let me tell you something about these shadows. When you see them, when you first see them up close, you're gonna see all that glitter and all that shimmer. And I'm not saying that it's a top coat or a spray on, no, because, you know, as you keep using your shadows, you still see the glitter in them. But they're so weird. They're so weird. Once you apply them on the eye, you don't really see the glitter that much. They turn into like a creamy satin consistency. It's really strange. You don't see the chunks of glitter the way you see them on the pan. So I was not scared to put the purple one on my crease, and I think it looks really beautiful. So I took that purple one and I built it to the intensity that I wanted it. And these shadows are already very pigmented as it is. So I just, you know, blended it and blended it and blended it until I got to the color that I wanted. And that's what's on my crease. And then I decided to go on with another bold color, and I wanted to use this hot pink magenta type of color, and I put that all over my lid. Now let me tell you, that color is pigmented enough, but I wanted it to stand out a little bit more. So what I did was that I took a little bit of MAC Fix Plus, and I just wet my brush a little bit, and it just intensified the color enough to where it looks really good. And let me make a little swatch of it for you. That's not the best swatch. I swear these colors are pigmented. But that's what that one looks like. And they're just beautiful colors, beautiful colors. You know, when I first got them, I was scared that they were just gonna, you know, fade out into nothing once I started blending. I didn't really have high hopes for them, but no, I'm impressed by these, and I'm definitely gonna keep playing with more colors. That's that green one, you guys. That's beautiful. And I'm gonna just, you know, just create more colors with these because I really did enjoy them. Ooh, that blue one. It's just so pretty. The ones that kind of did nothing for me were like the lighter ones. I tried putting these in areas of my eyes. For instance, I tried using this one on the inner corner of my eyes, but it didn't really do nothing. And that one is a little bit more of a chunky glitter, so I didn't really like it for that purpose. And then I tried using this lighter pink one more on the inside of my eye, but it didn't really do much either. I'm gonna have to play with them by themselves to see if they have any pigment, but on top of the bold ones, they didn't really show up very much. I'm really interested in this orange one. I really want to play with this one. It looks really good. Oh yeah, that's gonna be really pretty on your eye. That one's really pretty. On this one I didn't really use none of the colors. The only one that I used was this lighter purple one, and I tried using that on the bottom of my eye, but it didn't really do much. Like I said, I have to play with these colors by themselves a little bit more to see if they are pigmented. It shows up on my hand, so maybe like all over the lid or something, maybe they'll show up better. I have to keep playing with them. Now this palette says that it's for the face and the eyes, because they're saying that I can use these two shades as highlighters. First of all, those are not highlighter colors that I want to use on my face. One is too orange and one is too pink, and they are very sparkly and very shiny. When I use a highlighter, I want my highlighter to look wet and not sparkly. I don't want to see chunks of glitter on my face. So I don't think that I'll be using any of these as highlighters. But I can use them as eyeshadows, so it works out. They're very pigmented though, but they're extremely glittery, so I wouldn't be using those for highlighters. Another thing that I wanted to mention about these shadows is that I had no fallout. I was working on them, I was blending, you know, I was packing them on my eyes, and I had no fallout underneath my eyes. These shadows, when you see them, they're sparkly and they're shiny, and I was expecting to be a glitter mess, but I wasn't. I had no glitter fallout on my eyes whatsoever at all. I was so impressed with that. I was like, what? It's not? I mean, I've used expensive eyeshadows that I have to wipe out under my eyes because I'm just filled with glitter. So that's a thumbs up. And then I went in on my waterline with just a plain brown pencil. At first I didn't think that I wanted to use pencil under my eyes, but I wanted to try it with this look, and so I said, why not? I had the color Hot Chocolate, and I've used this color by itself before. I like to use it on the top of my eyelid, on my waterline, and it's very pigmented, and it lasts all day. I've worn it for work before, and I really like it. So if you see them, pick it up, because this one is only $2.49. Now the eyeshadow palettes, I forgot to tell you the price. I'm so bad at this. Each one of the eyeshadow palettes was $5.99. $5.99! Buying these because they're beautiful, they're pigmented, they don't have any fallout, they don't have any kickback, they're sparkly but just enough. So I'm in love with these. I think these are beautiful, and if you see them, you should definitely pick them up. So the next thing that I picked up is this eyeliner pen, and I wanted to get something to make an wing liner with, and I've used these pens before by Essence, and I love them. They're long lasting on your eyes. They're super pigmented. I really enjoy them. The only problem that I have with Essence eyeliners is that they dried out pretty quickly from the tube. And you know, you're able to keep them for like a couple of weeks if you use them every day, but other than that, they'll just dry out. But you know, they are cheap. They're like $1.99 to $3, so you can't expect a lot from them, but they are very pigmented, and they do last a long time on your eyes, and they're matte. They're not shiny or glossy or nothing, so I really enjoy them. I really like them a lot. Moving on to mascara, I picked up the Volume Stylist 18-Hour Curl and Hold Mascara with Micro Styling Waxes. And it's the one that comes in the light pink tube. It looks like this, and I fell in love with this. this is a really good mascara. It's really nice. And this mascara was only $4.99. Now, let me tell you guys, I don't wear falsies. I consider my eyelashes to be extremely long as they are, and I always get a lot of compliments on them. People always tell me that they look fake, even though they're not. They're mine. But I really did like this mascara. One thing that I noticed about it was that it's the first time that I use it. You know, I took it out of the package, first time use. I hadn't used it before. It didn't dry out or nothing. But I noticed that it's not like most mascaras to when it's brand new and you go to put it on, you know, it's really wet. That's not the case with this one. With this one, it feels like I've had this tube for a while and I've been using it and using it, and you know how it kind of dries out a little bit, and we all love that because we all want our mascara to be a little bit dry instead of extremely wet to where it's gonna get all over the place. So this one has that. This one is a little bit dry, so it doesn't look extremely wet when you put it on, and I really like it. The brush is fluffy, just like I like my brushes, and they're easy to handle, and they don't, you know, get all over your eyes. I had no problem. It was a fast application. I'm thinking about the falsies, I don't know, but I loved it. It gave me a lot of volume, it gave me a lot of curl, and I'm gonna keep using this mascara because I really like it, and it was cheap. It was $3.99, so I'm happy with the price. And moving on to my favorite part of my makeup, highlighter. I decided to get the Pure Nude highlighter, and this is what it looks like. Just like that, and it's in the color Be My Highlight number 10. This highlighter is amazing. It's super shiny, but it doesn't look glittery. It looks wet, which is what I like. I know that a few YouTubers rave about it, so I decided to pick this one up, even though they do have other highlighters. They even have a liquid highlighter that just came out, and they also have a highlighter stick, which I'm curious to try to see how they are. But I wanted to get this one, and I'm impressed, and I loved it. And this one was only $4.49, and I really like it. I really enjoy it a lot. I like the color, I like the shine, I like the highlight, I like everything. So I decided to pick up 2 lip glosses. Now I know that they have lipsticks, and they have the metallic liquid lipsticks that just came out, and they have a bunch of other things for your lips, but I'm in the lip gloss kind of a mood lately, so I decided to pick up 2 lip glosses, and I got one in the extra large shine, and my color is Frosted Pink, and it's a very Barbie pink, and I really like it. And I picked up the Shine Wet Look lip gloss, which looks like this, and it's in the color Happiness in a Bottle number 7. And these lip glosses are $2.49 for this one and $2.99 for this one. And this one, I got it in like a nudie shade, which is what I'm wearing on my lips right now. And I like the sponge, the applicator on it. It's kind of pointed at the end so that you really can get into your, you know, high pointed areas of your lip, and then it's easy for you to get the line on the bottom of your lip. And it's really shiny. It's really shiny. It's very skin tone, which is nice. And then this one is like a Barbie pink, and I'm curious to see if it stays that way on your lips, or it's very metallic. I didn't know it's gonna be metallic. Okay, this lips and this eyes, where am I going? Okay. Mixing those two is not so bad, but it still looks very shiny. And it's very nice. It's a very lighter pink. It's not so intense as it looks in the bottle, but it is very shiny. Last step in my makeup was the Instant Matte Makeup Setting Spray. And it says with Ever Matte, oil-free, non-sticky, and lightweight. And this is what it looks like. And with the shine from the primer and the foundation, I could use all the mattifying that I could find because it does leave you very shiny. And, you know, but that's an easy fix. I mean, you guys can see my face is not really that shiny. You know, the only areas that are shiny are the ones with highlight on them. I did, you know, highlight my nose a little too much today, I do admit that, but the only areas of my face that are shiny are the ones with highlighter on, and I feel like the color correcting mattifying powder and the mattifying spray really helped me out with the foundation situation. So this is my Essence haul. I wanted to do it a little bit different. I didn't just want to do a haul, but I also did not want to do a tutorial. I'm still getting kind of comfortable with those. So I thought that I would just apply everything on my face and kind of talked about it. I am going to do a check-in at the end of the day because I'm curious to know if this makeup is going to last, how long it lasts before it starts to, you know, go down on me, or is the shine from the primer and the foundation will come through. The first thing that I've been noticing with it, and I've had this makeup on for maybe 2 hours now, and I am noticing that there's a little bit of foundation kind of building up on my laughing lines right here, which other foundations have never done before. And that's the only thing that I am noticing right now. It looks really good. Like when I first applied it, my pores still look pretty good, and the eyeshadow is still very intense. So I want to do a check-in at the end of the day to see if, you know, nothing changes, if everything stays the same, if I really like it at the end of the day, if I want to keep wearing these products, if they really work, because I mean they're pretty affordable, and who doesn't like affordable makeup nowadays, right? Because everything, I feel, keeps getting expensive, especially at the drugstore. The more the things come out and the more things they come up with, I feel like everything keeps getting more and more expensive. So if we can get something really good for affordable, why not, right? So yeah, so I will check in at the end of the day and I will let you know how my makeup is wearing. I am noticing a little bit of fallout from my mascara around my eyes, but I mean it wipes right off, so it's not like it's gonna stain my face or anything. But yeah, I'm gonna try not to do any touch-ups or anything during the day with powder, nothing. So I hope you guys like this video, and I will see you in just, well, a few seconds for you, but a few hours for me. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, you guys, it's the end of my night. It is 9:30 right now, and I am ready to take off my makeup. I am ready to share with you about my makeup and how long it lasted. I have to say that I am pretty impressed. It's not full coverage. It doesn't give you a lot of coverage, so beware of that. But I'm impressed about the way that it looks and the way that it feels. It feels very lightweight. It feels like I have nothing on my skin, which is nice. I will continue to use this foundation. I think that I'm going to use it for work because I need something like this that will keep me feeling comfortable all day and not shiny or greasy. Although the foundation by itself, it is very shiny and greasy. The powders that I put on top, and I believe the setting spray actually helped the dewiness of the foundation and the oiliness. The only areas in which I got a little bit oily were like the top of my nose, and that's not the highlight. I know that I highlighted a little too much my nose today, but this is not the highlight. It's actually oil, and a little bit up here as well. And certain areas of my face got a little bit kinky, like right here on the side of my lips, or on the side of my chin, I should say, and then like around my nose. But other than that, like all around my face, the foundation has stayed pretty good. And even though I didn't like the concealer at all, it has not creased on me or caked on me either. So I'm pretty impressed by these products. The eyeshadows have stayed very vibrant throughout the day. I mean, obviously the dark purple has faded a little bit on the inside, but I mean, we are talking that it's 9:30 at night. The eyeliner has stayed perfectly still. The mascara has stayed perfect. The eyebrows have stayed perfect. Normally with my foundations and stuff, at this time at night, I already feel like it's too heavy on my skin and I am ready to just wash my face because I'm oily and greasy, and you know, like when you rub your skin, your foundation and your stuff starts to come off. That's how I normally feel at the end of the night, but not today. Not today at all. I feel like I have nothing on my skin actually. But like I said, it's not full coverage at all. You can still see some of my dark spots, but I really don't have anything in my face that I want to cover that much. So I'm okay with the type of coverage that I got from this foundation. I am curious to try this foundation with my own primers and seeing if maybe the dewiness from the primer and the dewiness from the foundation made my skin feel as oily as it did this morning. Although I haven't been oily at all, like the mattifying products that I used today actually helped a lot. The powder is great, the setting spray is great. I have to say that I'm impressed by these products. The only thing that didn't impress me was the concealer because I can still see the darkness through, but other than that, I have to say that I am incredibly impressed with these products. They are affordable and they work really good. The eyeshadows are great. Everything is great. I'm impressed. And I have nothing negative to say. I hope that this video was helpful and that you guys give it a thumbs up and that you subscribe to my channel, and I would really appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoy making it. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you on my next video. Bye.